There's a mixed game World Series. There's a high stakes World Series. There's a PLO World Series. There's a low limit. There's a mid stakes. So and there's an online. You know, it's like every little bit for everybody.
In the glow of the Las Vegas lights, a tale unfolds. A tale of tenacity, dreams, and the undying spirit of a game that's more than just a pastime. As the cards shuffle and chips clink, echoes of laughter and the clatter of nickel and dimes transport me back to the kitchen table of my youth. It was there, amidst family, friends, and the innocent stakes of childhood, that my poker journey began. Then, in 2003, a spark was ignited when an unknown accountant from Tennessee named Moneymaker claimed poker's most prestigious prize. And with it, the poker boom was born. The game I loved was now mainstream, its allure magnified by the captivating commentary of Lon and Norman, the voices of a generation's ambition. With every hand dealt, my dream grew to clinch a World Series of Poker bracelet. A dream not just for me, but for Pops. You see, Pops was there every step of the way, whether in person or online. He was there, tracking every play, every win, every loss. In 2017, Pops and I came tantalizingly close to both winning a bracelet in the tag team event. Although we came close, fate had other plans. Pops was called to a higher table just a few years ago, leaving me to walk the path alone. Yet, his memory fuels my resolve. For now, I play for something greater. It's a legacy, a quest for a symbol of triumph that eludes most, but beckons all who play the game. I am Software Brian, and this is my 2024 World Series of Poker journey. And listen, we even got some stuff in the fridge. Here, check it out. Look at that, look at that. We've got snacks, we got sodas, we got all kinds of stuff. We are ready to go. We're gonna take this thing down. We're gonna win a bracelet this summer. Tomorrow is the first chance, right? So why not just take care of it right away? And we'll get, one out of the way. Maybe we'll have 5 or 6 by the end of the series. All right, we just bought in and we're headed over to our table, and let's see how this one goes. The first event of the World Series of Poker 2024, $500 freeze out, and let's hope to take down the bracelet early this year. All right, so we're on the second break of the 500 freeze out, and things are just cruising along, had some interesting spots that level. Raised to 2,000, bet the flop open-ended with 2 overs, bet 4,000. He raises all in for about 10. I call, he turns over, 2 big cards with a flush draw, unfortunately. Really not what I wanted to see, but ended up hitting, pairing up on the turn, and he bricked the river, so that was kind of fortunate, but not a pot that would have killed me either way. All right, guys, welcome. I got the new sunglasses on, and I thought that maybe this would do pretty good to help people avoiding my reads. I'm gonna get a nose strip there, just under them to get the extra oxygen in just like the guys are doing. And I think maybe a bucket hat. We are back from the 2024 World Series of Poker with a successful summer. We didn't get a bracelet, but I would say we learned a lot. I think that's the best thing. I think we learned a lot. I think we're ready to play a lot more poker this year. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we are on delay. I didn't check, but honestly, whatever. This is a freaking $11 tournament. We bought in 5 minutes ago. Just like at the World Series, we're up freaking like 3 times our buy-in here in chips. We got the chip lead here at the table within the first 5 minutes, even before you guys joined. And we're rolling. We are already rolling 61,000 in chips. And, just kind of cruising along. Had a great summer. I need to sit down and really figure it out. But here's the thing. It feels like I cashed about 80% of the tournaments. Had one super close one. If you've been following along, then you know about that disaster. We'll talk about all of them as we go through and play today, and just getting back in the saddle. As you saw at the opening there, the first vlog for the summer was out. If you haven't seen that, go to YouTube under Software Brian and look at that. And yeah, so we're seeing how that goes. And I was talking to the video editor today. Almost has, well, he has a lot of them like 80% done, but he has one that's pretty much done. We're going to release that in the next week or two. Over the next few weeks, we're going to release all of them. We've got them all in the works and coming along. So that is what it is there. I can't see your chat right now, so if you're chatting, I'm sorry. Having some trouble with that as we settle back in. Thanks for joining us. We already got a bunch of people on here, and appreciate all of you guys for joining us. Send me a DM on Twitter or whatever if you want to chat for now, and if under Software Brian, and we can go from there. So yeah, pretty good. We're gonna call in position here. We got some chips, and we'll see what develops. We're not married to this by any means, but anyway, things are rolling along. I'm gonna play a lot more poker this year. For now, planning on likely the Arizona State Poker Championships next month, mainly because I have a place there that I can stay. So the travel costs. The thing with tournament poker is like you got to beat the rake, but you also got to beat the life rake of the travel expenses and all that. So anytime you can get that down is a good deal. And I'm kind of experimenting. I had some talk about a contract this morning that I might take doing some software stuff, but we'll see how that goes. Really, the ideal would be to get, maybe a few days a week where I could do stuff software-wise, and then do some poker too. I really don't want to live in a casino, so that is one reality, and I have a family, and I enjoy my family, and I want to spend time with them, but I do really enjoy poker, and if we can continue on with how we've been going, then we'll probably go ahead and do that, and just play pretty regularly for the next couple months and just see how it goes. Thanks for joining us. We have about 25 people throughout the different platforms. We're on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, not on TikTok. Don't do TikTok. I don't know if TikTok does live kind of things. I'm just going to limp in here. In these, you don't need to push the action by any means, especially early. So we'll let them go ahead and do that. I'm gonna bet 600. See if this person has an 8 or wants to bluff at an 8. A lot of times you bet right there and people are like jamming a big old raise. So I'm definitely not calling with 4 high. So yeah, this summer, very good summer. We didn't get the ultimate, right? We didn't win a bracelet. We didn't win a 6-figure score. Got one 5-figure score and a bunch of sub 10,000 scores. And we're rolling along. Somebody's DMing me on Twitter, so make sure that isn't one of you guys with a question or something. It is not. So yeah. So, yeah, there's some big debates going on right now about the final table, the main event, and whether those people should, Dominic Nietzsche and Joe McKeon, whether they should have been using solvers on the rail and what that should be like. The bottom line, in my opinion, we shouldn't allow it, but if it's allowed, you can be damn sure that if I was at that table, I'd have my team using solvers. We'd be there. We'd be like strategizing with the best tools that we legally were allowed to use. And by the way, somebody said like that's an ethical thing. Like I don't get that. I don't believe that in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, but. It's if it's allowed, then I would be using it. I don't mind those guys for using it. Now the caveat to that, and this doesn't have to do with the players using it. This has more to do with the people creating the software. Some friends of mine created a tool called Learn Pro Poker. They pushed for an industry standard where there would be some type of delay on it so that you could use it for training, but that you wouldn't be sitting here playing online poker with your solver next to you. Because the bottom line is like people talked about how years ago they would, by the way, like this hand, I could very well have the best hand in the World Series of Poker. I never do here, but these guys are whatever. Like, I mean, this is a rebuy, so they're jumping in there. I probably don't, but I'm not gonna be shocked here if I did. So let's see. This is a rebuy, so if that guy doesn't call, I mean, it's like what? Especially with jacks. Give me a break. Get it in. There we go. So, yeah, I mean, things went our way this summer. One thing that if you look at the results, you might think, well, yeah, Brian's playing all these events where there's multiple day ones, there's rebuys, whatever. The salute to, no, maybe it was the deep stack. No, I think it was Salute to Warriors was later. No, Gladiator. The Gladiator tournament was my second tournament, I believe. And that tournament, I think I rebought. No, I didn't rebuy the one day. I came back the second day and I fired a second bullet. Other than that, every other tournament I played one bullet. Not one bullet per flight, one bullet period. And, in most of them, I made it through to day 2. So that is fantastic. As I tell you guys time and time again, at the World Series, if you're making day twos, that is good news. That is really good news. The bad thing is, and really maybe the lesson for next year, if I'm being honest, right? I'm not going to play the main unless I'm really, really up, So, like somebody told me earlier, like, what are you doing in a 10K buy-in? I'm there mainly because I'm not there to earn a living yet, right? Like, this isn't my job. I'm there mainly for the experience. I was up well over 10K. Like, let's fire this thing. But, it's not the smart thing to do. It's not even, that's why I say, like, if you're a professional to play the main, you should have $1 million bankroll. So what percentage of those people you think have $1 million bankroll, I get it. Most of them don't buy directly in. You satellite in and that kind of thing. But still, like, of the people that buy in, how many have $1 million in their bankroll? Now, for myself, like my wife said, very first event, cashed for, I think, 12,000-ish. And my wife said, cool, you got your main event seat, you're up a little bit, let's go, Very supportive that way, and just amazing. Like, guys, as you're going out and you're getting married, like, find somebody that supports you in what you're doing. Speaking of that, a really funny story. I walked out of day one of the main event, had about 120,000 in chips. Pretty good day. No, just under 120, whatever. Between 100 and 120. And really good day. If you can finish day one, anything above starting, you're fine. You're fine anyway, right? 30,000 in chips, 40,000, whatever. You started with 60, you're fine. But, 100, 110, wherever I was, 120, really pretty good, So, let me see. I'm just going to min raise here. So you're good in those circumstances. But the thing is, like, it's a long way to go, and so you want to just, chill and kind of like work your way through. So anyway, I'm walking out and I see my buddy Jesse, and the first thing he tells me is my girlfriend texted me at 2 a.m. This girl, he's been dating her for like 2-3 years. I don't know. So, so he's been dating her for 2 or 3 years. And let's get it in here. Whatever your name is. No. This is a good flop for me. He could have 4-5. He could have a flush draw. He could have literally anything. This is a rebuy. We are going to put in a tester bet to see. Does he have it? He could have pocket 2s or pocket 3s. We could be toast here. Let's see. He's taking his time. That makes us nervous. What is he doing here? He's going to go all in. This is going to be our first bad beat coming back from the World Series of Poker. I'll tell you, I would rather play like 5s than aces. Especially in a rebuy where the guy's like tanking it off. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? We have a straight flush draw. If he has the flush, God bless him. Go all in, my friend. I am going to call, and you will either double me up or whatever. We will call here. We have almost the nuts. Does he have the 4 of hearts, guys? We will have to call. Hopefully he doesn't have it. Did we get crushed? Queen 10 suited. We catch another punt. That's what we do here. I was doing that in the World Series of Poker. People were doing that shit. I'm like, I thought they only did this online. What's going on? Let me turn down the volume on this table. Holy crap, it's loud. All right, so that's how we do it. We're up to 89,000. Let's check out the lobby. We are in 6th place out of 234 players. Rolling along. Let's win ourselves a bracelet in this. Do they give away bracelets in the ACR? I mean, they give away bracelets in the like 5-person friend tournaments at the World Series that are like $1 million buy-ins. You not only get that, you get a chance at Player of the Year. Well, thanks for joining us, people. We're up to about 50 people joining us across the different platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, I don't know. Wherever you are, appreciate you joining us. And I don't have the chat up. So if you're chatting to me, I just got back, guys. I literally just got back. And this thing is like all discombobulated. I need to put some work in on it. And then we'll see. But we've fallen off the pace. We were up to 6. Now we're 7th place. But we are cruising along. Just knew we had to do some online poker today, and just see how things go. The days at the World Series really kind of blend together. It's a pretty good flop for my hand, but definitely hard to tell online, you know, like where you're at and that kind of thing. I'm going to make a bet here, see what happens. See where we're at. I mean, most of the time, if people are going to jam in there, I don't know. You probably could be good, but you're, probably trying to fade a flush draw at minimum. So yeah, we cashed. We'll go through it. I'll pull it up as I have time, maybe on the break. But it feels like I cashed 80% of the things that I played, which is better than ever. But, when the big money was on the line, we just didn't close the door. So, that is what it is. I have no reason to get involved in this pot. I bet when I was almost certainly ahead. And I folded when I was maybe behind. And so what? Like, what's the big deal here? Like, why do I need to get married to ace queen? I'm not saying to not be sticky, but like, where am I going to go from there out of position against this guy in a rebuy when I'm 6th in chips? He's got below starting stack. So he can keep putting pressure on me. Why am I going to continue there? Just have no reason to whatsoever. I'm wearing the new sunglasses today, hoping that, none of these people get a tell on us. And I was joking with my daughter. I thought that's funny. I don't know. Maybe you don't, but I do. So I did it. And maybe I will wear sunglasses every single time I play online poker. Talked to Chance Corneth the other day. His thing this year was the nose strips, helps you breathe better. And it's just funny because like everybody goes and copies him. So I was joking. I said that everybody's going to be walking around in bucket hats with nose strips on next year because Phil Ivey wore a bucket hat and won a bracelet this year. If you didn't see Negreanu win his bracelet this year and his reaction, you need to go watch that. Find it on YouTube. It was like everything that poker is about. I mean, like, here's this guy, Hall of Famer, amazing player, hasn't won a bracelet in 10 years. It's been on his back, trust me. Like, I can imagine being that guy and just knowing, you feel like you're one of the best. You feel like he knows he's one of the best. Give me a break. He's Daniel Negreanu. It's like Abby Wambach one time. She told me, I said, well, did you ever think about quitting? And she said, well, yeah, of course, but I was good. I was really good. You know, like most normal people don't say that. But when you're like, you know, a legend of the game, maybe it's okay. So anyway, Daniel, he won his first bracelet in like 10 years. You know, people have been giving him crap. And not only that, he won the Poker Players Championship, which is a very prestigious event outside of the main event. And maybe for those guys, even with the main event, they look at it as like probably the premier tournament to win. Certainly outside of the main event. Many would probably argue, you know, if we are going to include the main event here. I don't know. Do we need to get tricky? I mean, we've got 93,000. We're in 5th place. Let's just let these guys be all crazy. Why do I got to play 2-4 suited? Why? I do not have to. The guy that won the main event folded queens on the bubble to the final table. And everybody had a big old tizzy about it. Like he should have called because, you know, there was a raise in front of him. I think he was in early position. But he doesn't even think about it. He just like open mucks. I mean, what that really, I don't know what kind of chart says to do that. But it kind of feels like in his mind, you know, he had a range. I don't know. Your range is like aces and kings to call a raise there. I don't know. I don't know the reasoning. I can imagine some reasoning outside of a chart. You know, let's say, I don't know what the stack sizes were. Let's say he sees the chip leader bet. And just before it gets to him, he notices the guy behind him that's short is doing something that whatever he's doing, he in the 2 days that he's been playing with the guy, he goes all in. So why are you going to call why are you going to call with queens there and just, you know, toast it, right? Like, let's say the big stack, you put him on ace king, pretty sure. I mean, like if you're playing a lot, you start to get really this weird second sense, and you just feel it. You're like, this guy has ace king. You just like whatever the way he moved his chips or whatever. Just maybe you can't even put your finger on it, but you just feel he has ace king. And now you see the guy behind that's short that's gonna raise. And now you know that when it gets back around to him, he's going to jam with his ace-king to isolate. I mean, you might be saying this on a bubble of the final table. Why would he do that? Well, he's got a shitload of chips. He doesn't have to care about... I mean, yeah, he wants to eliminate a player. But he doesn't need to give you any chips or ability to get in there and get any chips. So anyway, just the chip stacks and different situations, there could be a very valid reason. And ultimately, listen, the guy is the champion today. And whatever his decision making, it'll be interesting to see if he talks about his decision making. I would say that if he doesn't talk about it, yeah, I don't know what that means, but maybe he's got a really good tell on somebody that he doesn't want to give up. So, I don't know. So we have about 55 people joining us across the different platforms. Appreciate all of you guys. And I think I can click this button. I can see, are we on a delay? Oh no, I can't see it. Unauthorized. We are in the Boski.
No, I'm watching a cutscene.
Oh.
We are going to call here and see a flop. We got the sunglasses on, so they are not getting any reads on us. I'm going to get some of those breathe strips, like I said, and make sure that we can, get the proper oxygen flow. We'll have a bucket hat just like Phil Ivey. And how could we lose at that point, guys? I don't think it's possible. I just do not think it's possible. Today was the last day of our Twitter Spaces World Series of Poker shows. Those are our daily shows. We'll be back on next Friday. We're taking tomorrow off. The following Friday, what is that? The 26th. We will be back. I don't know who the guest is. Sherry doesn't always tell me that. So we will see there who it is. But yeah. We are live on Twitch and Twitter and Facebook. And good. We are on delay. I just finally verified that. And I might be able to see the Twitch chat from here. Yeah, I can see it here. So if you have something, go on Twitch. I'm under Brian Pincus Poker. Let me just shut down the volume on that thing. We're on a slight delay. So we have a raise. We're going to call here. That guy raised an early position. Again, this is a rebuy, so it's kind of hard. But this guy's got 40K. He's not going to want to just toast it here. We're in 10th. We're in 10th out of 243. We are going to call here and see a turn. I don't like the jack. That obviously jacks kind of fall in his range, but we could still have the best hand here. We do not. Should have mixed in like a pot size river bet there. Got a Coke Slurpee here. Got to get things going. So good flop for us. Let's test the waters here with a half pot bet. See how we're doing. We'll take it down. Don't be afraid to bet, guys. You know, like if he has a 5 or whatever, I can't remember what the hand was, but if he flopped, something major and raises you, like great, more power to him. But we got our sunglasses on, so he can't tell if we're bluffing or not. And that's the way it goes. We will raise to 2,000 here. So the summer started out with a nice deep run in the kickoff. We got down to 2 tables to go. And who sits down across from us but Daniel freaking Negreanu, level 22 end boss with 10 million in chips. We had 3 million at the time, so our hands were cut out for us for sure. But fortunately for us, we were able to get a good table move and get Daniel the heck off of our table, and somebody else gave him a bad beat and busted his ass out the door. And that's just the way it is. So, yeah, really fun. We have almost 70 people joining us across different platforms. Thank you guys for joining us today. We're talking World Series of Poker. If you were out there, I can't see your chats on Twitch or on Twitter. So please put them on Twitch or something. I think I can see them here on Twitch. I'm not entirely sure. So try to put them here. We got a big hand, though, so we're going to play this pot, hopefully, and see how it goes. Got a raise under the gun. This guy's got 15K. He is raising under the gun. But I'd rather 3-bet him here than have one of these guys with 60 or 40 get any ideas behind us. Because if I 3-bet here and this guy 4-bets me, this is pretty strong, you know. So we'll see where this guy's at. Our goal is, like, let's get it in here, right? So the 15, if he's got aces or kings, we're dead. Ace, anything else, we're good. Pocket pair, we're a flip. So let's just see what he's got. We're calling whatever he's got. We made it obvious there. And hopefully it's good for us. He's got the aces. Bummer. He's 97. He's 100%. Nice hand. Nice hand. It's fine, though. Like, he's kind of short there. He's telling you by the raise there, he wants to get it in early. He's short. Let's double up or whatever. Definitely can do that with a lot less than aces, so we're good with it. We are in 14th out of 247. Still early. Joined this a little late, and within the first few minutes, tripled my starting stack, so that was helpful. And we'll just see how this goes. We are on a slight delay. Let me see if I can get in here to see the chat. Where is the chat? Let me see if I can go on my streaming thing and see. We've got a monster here. King 5 off. What do we got here? King Jack suited. Yeah, we're going to play this. See where we're at. Definitely want to see a flop here, right, guys? We could flop a royal flush. Of course. Let's go for the royal here. Gross. We did not flop the royal, though, thank God. Ace. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can get to the chats here. Let's see. Here we go. There we go. Nice, and it even came up on our thing, so I put a little note there in the chat. And let me pull up too while we're at it. My caches for this year, where we're at with that. I need to pay out the people on the stream. If you joined us before, many people were jealous because we played Jackbox games and gave away 3% of, no, 5%, I'm sorry, of all of my World Series caches. Those people are going to be paid out in the next couple days. I just wanted to get back and get things done. You know, focus on the remaining tournament, which we ended up making a, I don't know, a deep run in, and that kind of thing. I was doing my job interview today, and the lady's like, "So tell me about your work history." And I was like, "Well, I had a job wrapped up just before the World Series of Poker." I'm like, "Oh yeah, so in June I go to the World Series of Poker in June and July, so just wrap that up." She's like, "What?" I don't know. I used to not tell them stuff like that, but the reality is what I do, I'm very skilled at. So I think it's better if they know all the good, the bad, the things that they might not like, rather than me finding out later, well, I don't like poker players. You know, so let them know up front, and then they can be done with that. So in 2024, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 caches. And I want to say that we only had one event that we didn't cache. Our deepest run was 12th there in that kickoff that I was saying that I was with Daniel Negreanu late on day 2, right before the final table. And that tournament was a freeze out, so that was kind of fun too, you know. So yeah, so that was kind of nice. We were going to put in a bet here to see, you know. I mean, we raised an early position. Our range here has a lot of aces and maybe not as many tens, but certainly aces. So we'll see what he does here. Obviously, if he has an ace, we want him to call there. And then, you know, we can see a turn and see if we can make the nuts there. So the freeze out was our first event. That is our first cache since 2022 in the 8-handed deep stack. We came in 306th. This is the other thing. A lot of not, like, even the ones, I mean, I don't know that I had maybe one mid cache. Maybe this Gladiators was a mid cache, but it seems like even that I went pretty deep. So I gotta go back and look at that. We have the vlogs almost done. Those will be coming out over the next month or so. So watch for those, and we'll probably play them here first, you know, but I don't know. We'll see. But What do we want to do here? He could have been drawing. Let's put a half pot bet in, see what happens. Yeah, he had the nuts. Or he's on our stream and we're not delayed. Anyway, so $500 kickoff. And that we cashed in 12th for $10,685. First place in that was 175,000. So that's the hard part, right? We get 10,000 for almost 11,000. Let's just call it for that. If we wait, number one, the next cash in 11th was 13.5. So it's kind of a little bit of a punt what I did there as far as cash-wise goes. Because we were on the button, folds around to the cutoff. He raises, we have ace-10 off. We jam in on him. He calls off with ace-jack. I don't hate it. But the thing is, with Big Blind Annie, you can get pretty short still and whatever. But when you're on the button, you're good for a whole nother round. And we were maybe only a couple rounds before the final table. So we go, if we wait, make the final table, we go from 10,685. Ninth place is 17,000. So, we're talking a lot of money at this point. So from an ICM perspective, I'm sure it wasn't good. But it is what it is. I mean, there is the reality, like the one guy was saying this year, ICM is for poor people, that kind of thing. So we got top pair, so that's pretty good. We should be betting in here and see where we're at. Especially if it's checked to us. We are definitely going to bet here. See where we're at. We got the sunglasses on, so they don't know what to do with us. We might be bluffing, but we might have it. They have no idea. We are stone cold. So getting deep like that, 12th, first place 175,000, we get 10,685. Really, in the situation that we were in, we're on the button with ace-10 off. We're in a situation where so many times the person just doesn't have it. But we also don't have a ton of fold equity. So if I have to think about it to do over, maybe I lay it down just for that. But, you got to realize, I can't call off with ace-10 off, but I can go all in with it, right? So, two completely different things. I was explaining that to my daughter as we were going to play the tag team event because she has no idea how to play poker, which if you followed along with any of that, it was a blast. If you didn't, the vlog will be coming out shortly anyway. Gonna try to maybe get that as one of the first ones. We'll see. I probably should go in order though so that we can put all the dollars and everything else in there. So anyway, but that will be coming shortly. If you're just getting to know me, my dad and I made a deep run in the tag team event. So the tag team event to our family is very special. We want to win the tag team. We want to win the tag team so we can come back and get Pops' bracelet finally. And we had a shot at it this year. It was fun showing my daughter what I do and all that. She really hasn't seen me play before, so getting her to be there and all that was really cool. Just under 80 people joining us today across the different platforms. I appreciate all of you guys. If you want to talk something, You got to find me on Twitch, Brian Pincus Poker. Let me see here. Okay, so we got the break coming up. Sorry about that, guys. Just getting some texts, family stuff, and that kind of stuff. So the kickoff was the first event, went very well. But again, this is a spot, 12th place for almost, say, 11,000. First place, 175,000. When we find ourselves that deep, we got to get it done. So if I have one regret over the summer would be not playing that hand better, maybe letting it go. So that is how it is. Yeah, so we're on break here. The kickoff went well, but not as well as it should have. 12th out of 3,500, let's just call it. And then the next event was the Gladiators. This was the one event where I had more than one buy-in. So I think I did 2 over 2 days. And in this event, we min cashed in this. So 2,547th out of 20,000 entrants. And then we went on and we played the $600 deep stack. Came in 385th in that, and won $1,453. Then in the Salute to Warriors, we came in 49th place in that, and that was out of 4,500 players, and 49th place in that paid $4,500. And then we played the Lucky Sevens, which I didn't realize the Lucky Sevens was a 7-handed event, which makes sense. I think the 888 and all that was 8-handed and blah, blah, blah. But that was great. I love playing short-handed. Obviously, everybody doesn't like playing 10-handed, but 7, 8-handed is great. 9-handed is fine, but like anytime you can play 7 or 8-handed, that's a lot of fun. So did really well in that, and the day one went very smooth. Got toward the end of day one, and I picked up kings, a short stack shoved in under the gun. I obviously call, and he has ace 8 off, I think it was, and he turned an ace. So that knocked us down to 20,000 chips at 10 and 25K. So guys, this is our last event of the summer, right? And I'm not sure if we were even in the money yet. Yeah, I guess we were in the money, but I'm like, dude, I don't want to min cash in, what is it, $700? No, I don't want to min cash. I want to win. I want to win this event, right? $777,000 up top. I want to win. So 10 and 25,000 blinds. I have 20,000. I double up, whatever. By the end of the night, which was only a little ways away, I was back up to 225,000, still short. We were coming back to, I think, 20,000, 40,000 or something like that. And, so I got 225,000. But more important, I drew the 6th seat, which the button was going to be in the 7th seat. So that gave us almost a full round before we had to pay the blinds. Picked up a couple hands that I could get through. And so, we were somewhere in the 300 range at that point, feeling a lot more comfortable. And then our big blind, button raises, look down at kings. I call and check a 9 high flop. The guy bets his 9s. He flopped a 9. And we jam in, and he instantly calls. So now we double up. We're like, 600,000, 700,000, whatever. Some time goes by, and we make the nuts on the turn on this guy. We jam the river. He calls, and he misread his hand. So we have the nut straight. He has a pair or something. I'm not even really sure what he had. Maybe he had 2 pair, but he was definitely shocked. So when in doubt, you don't want to look back at your hand, but when in doubt, especially once somebody goes all in, there's no reason not to just take a second, make sure you have things. Unless you're against me, then just call it off. So that got us up 1.7 million. We went from 220,000 to 1.7 million within an hour. We were cruising along. Lost some chips over the next few hours. And we end up all in with king, queen against queen, jack. The guy rivers a jack. So 2 bad beats in that one. But I'm not telling you this as a bad beat story. So you're like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that before. Just kind of reviewing how the tournament went. At that point, we were out, and that was it. So we exited the 777 in 102nd place for $3,300. So I want to say that I don't know. I probably played 7, 8 events. I'm not sure. I got to go back and look. Maybe it's more than that. But anyway. So queen deuce, I'm going to fold. I don't like to fold my big blind. That's one thing I haven't been doing a lot of this summer. Part of it's been, live. I'm reading people a lot better. So, I'm making it harder on people. Obviously, I don't want to get out of control there. But we are 51st out of 274. And so we're not folding. And we're not going to fold 9-2 because we're suited, guys. And it's spades. But if this guy raises, we are going to blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Bop, 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 bop. I don't like this just flat call. I don't know. I should probably fold here. Now we got a paired board. This guy probably has ace high flush draw. I am going to fold. We're up to 85, 90 something people across the different platforms. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it. We've got our sunglasses on here, brand new sunglasses. But look at, are they going to get a read on us, or are we stone cold? I'm just telling you, we are stone cold. There is no way they're getting a read on us, even through the internet. And that's just the way it goes. Queen 6 offsuit. Yeah, so we played some Jackbox games, gave away 5% of my total summer. Let's just total this up really quick. I'm not going to subtract out the buy-ins or anything like that right now, but just generally. 3,300 plus 4,502 plus 1,453 plus 600 plus 10,685. Oh no, not 100,000. 10,685. We won over 20K. So for that Jackbox games, we are going to give away $1,000. So if you were here in the spring, you could have gotten your shot at a percentage of that. And make sure to stay tuned to us throughout the year, because we'll be doing other things. I don't know. I haven't really figured out exactly what I'm going to do, but I know that we'll be doing some stuff. We are in 64th out of 267. We are not in the money yet, but we are hoping to get there and win this tournament. Man, back in the day, guys, we used to have the most amazing prize pools every single day. $11 rebuy had a $55,000 guarantee. It was just absurd. How am I into this pot? I don't know what I'm doing in here. This is why I should not be in this pot. I must have clicked to call there on accident. So in 2022, I played the tag team with my brother and came in 110th. Not as good as Pops and I. Pops and I came in 37th. And so we were pretty close. This year, so every year I've played the Colossus, I believe I've cashed. But here's the thing is that this year, I wanted to play it, but the Monday following, which would have been day 2 or 3 or whatever of Colossus, I was wanting to play the tag team. And my daughter, who was playing with me, she doesn't know how to play poker. So as it turns out, it's pretty important to know how to play poker if you're going to play in a poker tournament. But we had some, I'm not going to tell you our whole strategy. I'm just not. Because some of you might be at the table. But we had a bulletproof strategy, but not a strategy that you'd want to carry on for any long period of time. So we were just having her go to the restroom, let me go to the restroom, let me, get a bite to eat, go get me stuff, and come back, take over for a few minutes. Because there's no breaks in that event, which is great too, honestly, really cool. So that group of spacers is going to share right around $1,000, in prize money, so that's kind of nice. my first vlog, they let me know, hey, Brian, you screwed up and forgot to take the amount of buy-in out of the whole thing. So I'm going to raise this thing up so I can stand up. Hope you guys don't mind. Oops, where are we going? Let me just check this here. All right, that's probably good. Jack's against ace king with a queen on the flop. And all is over but the crying. We like the chips being passed to our right instead of our left. That is so huge, guys. If you have a lot of chips to your left, you are at a big disadvantage. So let's go ahead and fold here. Right about 90 people across the different platforms. Thanks for joining us. We are here. We're standing up. We're stretching. We are going to make it happen, guys. This is our year. This is our year. We are back in the studio and looking forward to talking with you guys about all the things going on in poker. I got to go for the first time this year to the Poker Rules Summit, which was cool. The Tournament Dealers Association, otherwise known as the TDA, and that was really cool. So yeah, really, really, really appreciate that, guys, and thanks for all the kind words that you guys said. And we will see. Ba-ba-da. Is he going to bet? We are going to bet. We have to bet here. We just have to. If you do not want the chips, we want them. We will fight for every chip and see how it goes. Yeah, so just having fun. Vegas was really cool, as always. It was nice. This last place I stayed in, we had, it said that it had a full movie screen. And I'm like, where is this thing? My buddy Joe, he was picking people up all year. We got a call here, 1400. This guy's got some chips. Let's call it and see what happens. 6-7 jack. Let's see what happens here. I think he's under the gun there, so you know, we're hoping he has like ace king or something like that. Let's see what he does here. That is a good turn card, but we are not going to sit on it. We are going to bet and see where we're at. We picked up a good pot there. So, yeah, so this hotel room, it said it had a projector, a home theater in it. And I'm like, Joe, where is this? Joe picks people up from the airport if you are out there. Oh, there we go. Cool. I can't talk to him on there. What's up, Brian? Good luck from the pups. let's check here. Let's hope for a queen, a free card. Oh, thanks. We have 1,400. Let's see if we can peel off a queen here. We have one blocker. If he's got pocket queens now, he doesn't have pocket queens here. Let's see what he does. We have some showdown value. Should we check? Yeah, let's check. Let's check and see what happens here. Check, check. He wins. No, we win. Bingo. I was thinking that was where the queen was. Let me fix our table here a little bit. Yeah, he's right. You can't see it. Tournament. Okay, let's... Table. And we will cut to that one. Now you can see how many chips we have. We have 65,000. We're in 80th place out of 274. Just cruising along. Let's see, how many bigs is this? 46 bigs. We are living large, kicking it. What's up, Brian? Good luck. From the pups. Shuffle up and deal. Oh, TDA directors? Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, TDA is the Tournament Directors Association. Makes sense. I don't know why I call it that all the time. I don't know where this chat goes for all that. So anyway, at the World Series final table last night, if you were watching it, they had some controversy. The controversy was, these guys are on the rail and they're kind of using solvers on the rail and stuff. And realistically, this has been going on long before last night. Back in the day they had their spreadsheets and all this stuff. Now they have software that's a lot better. But it's just a bad look for poker. Do we really need that? So, my opinion is if it's going to be being used, then we should, if it's not going to be outlawed, let's just say this: there's not a rule against using it, then you'd be a fool not to use it, right? At the table. I hate it just as much as anybody. And Alan Keating, he was saying, look, why do we want to? We don't want to watch this crap. You guys ruin the game. And I understand that, but if I'm playing for $10 million and you're not going to have it against the rules, then I'm going to be using it. Now, I'm not going to be using it during a hand because using a sim and using real-time assistance or RTA is two different things. Using RTA is against the rules. So, there's some stupid controversy about the thing. Thanks. This WSOP account, I cannot text you back on Twitter. So I can just tell you thank you for your kind words. And I really want to put a booth together at the World Series of Poker. of puppies that we can go pet after our bust outs, you know, because you need some of that dog therapy. So maybe we can collaborate on that. Anyway, so we're back from the World Series of Poker, just over $20,000 in cashes. We didn't crack the big one. The big one would have been $10 million for the first place in the World Series of Poker, but we were miles from it. Our friend, I started to tell you earlier, my friend, I walked out, end of day one, he's telling me my girlfriend broke up with me, and the night before she texts him and breaks up with him. Like, what a crazy thing. So the funniest thing, though, is he made a deep run. You probably, if you watched any of it, you saw him and you know who I'm talking about. There was a little bit of controversy. He had a mask kind of covering up his face a little bit and stuff. People are like, why are you wearing that? Like, you don't need to. It wasn't like a surgical mask. I kind of think it's weak sauce. But listen, I am wearing glasses to play online poker, sunglasses to make sure that, you know, my opponents can't get my tells here online. So I get it, you know, but so let's see. My friend whose girlfriend broke up with him after or right before day one, this girl texts him in the middle of the night, knows he's got the main event the next day, breaks up with him. I think he made it to day 7 or 8. 51st place in the World Series of Poker main event. Mr. Jesse Caps. Let's go, Jesse. Nice job, my friend. Put on Facebook like something about, you know, hey, you know, I'm busy and I'm going to get back to all you guys. Like, almost like he wanted to share some of whatever. I'm like, dude, anybody that is your buddy doesn't want anything from you. So, you know, and $200,000, that's a lot of money, but it certainly isn't going to, you know, completely change his life. So listen, this guy that won the main event folded queens. I raise under the gun. I get re-raised by the big stack. I only got jacks here. What am I going to do? I don't know where this is. Oh, no. What happened here? My thing like froze. Oh, no, this guy's timing out up here. Okay. Panicked myself. I saw my thing here, you know, pausing for way too long. So we'll see. Hopefully we can not be in a place where the stream catches up to where we were. I think we got 2 hands. No. So we'll see. All right, guys. 28,000, raise, re-raise. I'm probably good here, but like, here's the problem. I kind of got to shove or fold. I'm not going to call off half my stack. This guy's going to call. Let's see where we're at. I'm probably ahead of him. This guy's, so, you know, can just rebuy, so he can really have anything. I don't like that this guy is sitting here thinking about it. You know, it's like, what the heck? Think forever with queens. This guy saved us 7,000 in chips. There we go. So if you can't flat and you can't raise, why is this so hard? I've been saying all summer, like the decisions have been pretty easy. You know, so that is how it is, but that's kind of like how you have to think about it. I can't raise and I can't call. So what other option do I have? This isn't something that you've got to like really, spend a lot of time thinking about. You only have 3 options. Raise, call, fold. Well, I guess you got a 4th, but not in that situation, right? Yeah, check, raise, call, fold. But not when somebody's bet. So we are going to call here because we can't raise and we can't fold. We're going to check over to the raiser here and see where he's at. 8,500 in the pot here. Our stacked pot ratio is pretty good. This is a definite call. And then we're going to see where we're at on the turn. So he's got 11,000 in there into 27,000. I'm going to call here. What a beautiful hand, my friends. We are back up to 59th place out of 269 players remaining. Average stack in this right now is 57,000, and first place is going to be $2,000. So yeah, my buddy Jesse caps 51st place, $200,000. I told him, your girlfriend that broke up with you day one before the main event, leave that nice girl on red. Let's see where we're going here. We very well could be behind, but I want to see a turn, and we're in position here. And we've got some people to act behind us. So in other words, we can't raise, we can't fold, we can't call. Like, we're behind here. We just have to be. I mean, one of these guys can be on a draw, but are both of them? I don't think so. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Are they drawing? Are they drawing this guy? Come on. Oh, you fold, you turkey. Oh, my goodness. Can I just tell you, I hate the re-raise fold. I don't know. I mean, I guess. I just hate it. You're not going to find me in that spot a lot of times. I'm not going to say it never happens. 3-bet fold to your stupid shove. Give me a break. Okay, I'm going to sit back down, guys. We did our standing. We're going to try to do some standing and some hiking and all of that. We got 72,000. We're in 69th place, average stack 58,000, $2,000 up top. In this $10,000 prize pool. And if you're a part of that 5%, this does not count. So we played Jackbox games. I told you, if you just joining us, played Jackbox games before the World Series of Poker. 4 lucky people won a share of 5% of all of my cashes for the World Series of Poker. And I mean, really, like, we had a great summer, but really an amazing opportunity, right? Because we ended up playing the main event, and listen, a few things go our way, and I'm gonna do a quarter pot here, just see where we're at. A few things go our way, and we are, who knows? Maybe we win the main event. The first prize in the main event of the World Series of Poker was $10 million. So imagine that, guys. I feel like I have to make a half pot bet here. Let's see where we're at. Let's just see where we're at. See if any of these guys, what they're thinking. Dr. Payne, it's a bad sign. So we've got possible straight draw, possible flush draw that missed. We've got top pair with a not so great kicker. We could thin value bet here, but let's just check and see where we're at. He's not calling his thin value bet anyway. So we're up to 93,000 in that. That was a well-played hand, if I don't say so myself. We're going to call the raise here and hopefully play some post-flop Ninja Warrior stuff. I don't know. Am I allowed to cuss on this thing? Let me know. And is that really cussing? So thanks for joining us. I know ASG is on here. Let's see here. We've got about 90 people across the different platforms. So we're going to bet this flop, see where we're at. Quarter pot. Let's just make a little safe bet here. See where we're going here. And we will take it down. Big disadvantage online, right? Like I can make that bet in person. And now if you are, going to jam back into me, I can look and see, what do I think? What do I think you have? All of that. So this guy's going to use his time bank. So we are going to raise to 3,200. If you're just joining us, I got my glasses here, new sunglasses, so they can't get a read on us. Bulky, what's up? I love this guy, Bulky Fried Rice. I cannot talk back to you on Twitter. I have no idea why not or how you're supposed to do it, but I can see if you put a note in here on Twitter, I can see it. So I don't know, but. Anyway, we'll see. So we got a king here on the flop. That's not great news. We got 2 diamonds. Could be a flush draw possibility heating up here. Let's go ahead and make a half pot bet and see where we're at here. If anybody's got this king. Not going to be too excited if this guy calls. But if this guy calls, at least we have position to see where we're at on the turn and river. But we're going to take this one down instead right here, which we always like to deny equity where we can. So that is good. We're up to 109,000. Average stack is 61,000. 40th place out of 265. And we're rolling, guys. We are rolling on the river. Rolling. I won't sing. So I'm sitting there the other day, and this guy, all of a sudden I noticed the 7 seat, which was basically the last seat. We were only 7-handed. He's gone. His cards are under his stack. I had raised, and we're waiting for this guy that is to his right to make a decision. I don't want to say anything. I don't need to help the guy out by giving him anything. Like, I'm not going to say anything about the cards that are sitting there. But this guy won't do anything. He's sitting there. And finally, I'm thinking, like, is he waiting for this guy to come back just to be fair or in his mind? I still don't know if that's what he was doing. Anyway, somebody says, like, I'm going to, in a couple minutes, I'm going to call the clock. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to call the clock. And I'm like, you know what? We don't need a couple of minutes. It's already been long enough. Call the floor. So I call the clock on the guy. The guy gets so pissed. And this is what I just said a few minutes ago. I hate when people bet and then fold. And I like insta-muck. It's good. I helped my friend Carlos here out. But we would have won this hand, so that's not so bueno. So anyway, this guy gets all mad that I called the clock on him. He's saying how I don't respect the game, blah, blah, blah. You don't respect the game. You do not respect the game, he tells me. And I'm like, whatever. So the guy that was gone comes back in a full-on mask. And then I look at the guy on the other side of him. He's got a mask on. And then this guy that's telling me I don't respect the game, he starts coughing like crazy. I'm like, really? I don't respect the game, but you show up sick on day one. Like, give me a break. So we just sat there and needled him until he gave up. Do, 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 do. 62 big blinds. We're at just under 100,000 in chips. 46 out of 262. $2,000 for first prize in this one. And let's see what we got here. 4 more levels of late reg, so it's not too late to get into this one. These kind of things, they just go on and on. So far, 85 people make the money. I'm gonna bet, min bet. I got an ace. I might have the best hand. 12,000. No, he's gonna go all in. That's a good card for my hand, maybe. Let's see. We're not too crazy because we got a crappy kicker. What if those guys were on a flush draw, or a straight draw, I mean. Let's make it quarter pot, 4,400. If I had this to do over, I'd bet like 3,000. Because I really don't like calling off here. But I got 15,000. Let's see. I got to call off, and it's probably no good. Ugh. Okay. Crap. There's too many times you can have a draw there and whatever. So I have, let's see mine. So I have now 25 World Series of Poker caches, and 5 of them coming from this year. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was talking to one of the old online grinders that I've been around for a long time. I'm just like, can you believe it's been 20 years? It's been 20 years since we were playing on Poker Stars. I mean, yeah, like, I'm saying like when we pretty much started playing, but it's still crazy to think about. Exactly 90 people across the different platforms. Thank you for joining us, guys. Really appreciated. Let's go ahead and raise it up here, see what happens. By the way, one thing is, if this guy is calling you a lot or re-raising you, try not to sit there and have a lot of like animosity towards it. especially like if they're re-raising you and that kind of thing. Sure, they could be picking on you, but they could also just be getting the hand. So just chill out. Try to see more flops. See what happens. Third pot, we'll see there. We both didn't like the flop. It's a pretty good call, though, right? I mean, considering his jacks are about as good as anything there. I am going to have to go to bed early tonight. Jeesh. Must be that jet lag from that long 35-minute flight. Although, in seriousness, I get to my gate and they shut down the airport because Biden was leaving. When they do this, they shut it down for like an hour and a half. And it's just unbelievable. It's like, and then once everything starts back up, you've got this huge line. So it's like a nightmare. Really nice. Like, we do the poker spaces on Twitter, and that was one of the cool things this year is coming out after bagging and running into like 4 or 5 people or more that you know. The one night we headed out, I don't know, like 6 or 8 of us over to South Point, got some after midnight specials, and just hung out. Hung out with Ruben and ASG at one point, and Merv. Obviously, Joe there, Joe Marengo. Pretty much all summer with Joe, was taking me somewhere or whatever. So, before I got home today, I stopped by, got a Coke Slurpee. I haven't had one of these forever. They ever make Diet Coke Slurpees? I feel like they should do that. So the main lesson, I think, is like, don't assume that somebody's just picking on you because they keep re-raising you. It's really funny how often I would just get strings of hands against the same player, and it just was the way it was, you know. I still most of the time do not show my cards. Almost, I mean, I don't know that I ever did, let's just put it that way, but like, did it happen once or twice? Maybe. But I try not to, because I don't think it helps me long term. A 10 of diamonds would be a great card here. I'm going to flat call this. The problem here is obviously the kicker. It's got to be a pretty good turn card for us. Let's hope he doesn't like jam in something big. I think we can flat here. We can just check. That, as it turns out, that was a terrible decision. This may be the worst card ever to come off of a poker deck here. So what is he betting here with on the flop? You know, he could just be betting with nothing. You know, but he's going to fire out a big bet here on the river. He could be bluffing, but like, again, I can't call, I can't check, I can't raise, I can fold. So that's our choices. Now, I'm not going to say I haven't called people down with that exact thing, but a lot of times we're in person, I'm looking at them, I know they don't have it, you know. The other thing is I'm talking to you guys a lot, and I'm not paying attention to totally what this guy's doing. So I think he is V-pipping pretty high. But again, you know, we put him in a difficult spot. We just called behind. Right now, he's got to figure it out from there. And he was willing to jam in a pretty solid bet. I don't know. Maybe I could have thought about it longer, but certainly can't be bad either way. Hopefully you're not listening to me crunch the ice from my drink. Again, if you're still here, Balky Fried Rice said good luck, good luck. Thank you, my friend. One of my favorite people. I love Balky's laugh. He just cracks my ass up all over the place. He'll like rip on somebody and just have this really fun laugh. And I don't know, I'm not in all the spaces, but in general, pretty fun guy. Like he's almost like a mushroom, but not. He's just fun. He's a fun person. So thanks for stopping by today, Balky. Really appreciate it. And I can't type back on Twitter other than to send you a DM or something. It's hard to get in there and do that. So ASG sent me something earlier to let me know that my thing was off. So pretty crazy. Politics is so like divisive and crazy, and I certainly understand people that don't want to be involved in it. But anyway, they're saying now that as soon as Sunday, Biden's going to announce his withdrawal and that they're going to have an open Democrat convention between Kamala and 3 or more rivals. Biden's not going to endorse his VP and will not resign the presidency. I mean, that's a really good bet right there. I think this guy has... I think he could have a king, but probably more likely a 7, if I have to guess. Sucks to be me. I mean, sometimes that's the deal. Like, you let them take the lead away from you and you're just screwed. We've fallen to 116 out of 254, 70,000. The average stack right now, so we're a bit below that. The prize pool for first place has shrunk a little bit. I don't know why, but anyway, $1,954 instead of $2,000. So more people, less money. Go figure. We are wearing the sunglasses, brand new sunglasses, so that these people cannot get a read on us today. And yeah, so far it's working. So thanks for joining us. We are not going to play Jackbox games today.
I gave away $1,000, and people were like, "Wait, what?" It's like, yeah, you just had to come here and play Jackbox game with me. So some people did, and some people didn't, and the people that did are gonna win about $200 each or ish, I think. I don't know. Sherry's on here. Thanks, Sherry, and Sherry's gonna help me with it. So we are gonna raise 3,600. One thing guys, like, you can vary your opening bets and things, but like, don't make it that every time you have it, you're betting such and such, or, whatever. Make sure that you're varying it is the point. So. So yeah, Joe Biden going to retire. Seems like he's going to announce that they're going to have an open convention. And really, like, the thing is, not to get overly political, but like, honestly, guys, if you're a Democrat, you should be probably pretty pissed off. These guys, they shoved Joe Biden in there. They knew he wasn't ready. And now you're in this position where they should have gone through a primary and allowed other people to run. They had two pretty good candidates, RFK Jr. and can't remember the other guy. He was a senator. And, they gave both of them crap, blocked them from running against him. And, Sherry says, thank God no Jackbox. Dude, how can you say that, Sherry? You won cash, I think $200. 200 bones, I think. I don't know, maybe more. I still got to total that up. I'm going to total it up. Today's Thursday. Hopefully, by end of day tomorrow, we'll be in the chats, getting you guys some money, figuring out how to get you guys some money. The good news and the bad news, no tax forms, I don't think. We didn't get that crazy with the caches. But we had just over 20,000. So definitely at least a real nice meal that I'm buying all you guys. I want to call on the button here and see. Now this guy, he's shown a tendency to, remember, he's the guy that re-raised us. So, cutoff raises, button flats. You will see people flat the button here from a late position raise to try to trap. So you do have to be careful about that. But in general, does it look really like crazy? Like, I don't know. Sherry, what do you think of my glasses here? Do you think these people I'm playing with will be able to get a read on me? Look at. Can you get a read on me? Do you know whether I have it or not? Well, you are looking at my card, so there's that. But aside from that, I don't know. So right about 100 people across the different platforms. Appreciate all you guys joining us. And, man, what a summer. We had fun. We are going to be getting the vlogs out. Talk to my editor today. He's got one of them pretty much done. And a lot of other ones like in the works. And then, it's just a matter of getting, I need to get him some stuff too. So part of it's on me. So I take it that means Sherry cannot get a read. No, she can't. She just put a bunch of laughing emojis in there. So Yeah, I got these new glasses today, was wearing them. I told Abby in the car, look, I'm going to wear these on the stream because that way it'll be harder for people to get a read against me. So we are on break, and we are in 129th out of 252 players. $10,000 prize pool, $1,954.66 for first place. And we're just kicking it here. Thanks for joining us. We are on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, I don't know what else, a bunch of different platforms, but about 100 people right now across the different platforms. So thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And we're just playing some poker, talking about the World Series of Poker, talking about solvers. We'll probably get on to my topic that I love to get on every once in a while, and that's the World Series of Poker Raker of the Year Award, or commonly known as the Player of the Year Award. Basically, what they've done is they've reorganized it so it's really only available to a small group of friends that play these super high roller events. And I just don't think that's fair. I think that you got to make it through the big fields. So, yeah. Even Sherry says here she's got a bunch of emojis with glasses on, and it says no read available. So that's great. We are stone cold. No one can get a read on us. And let's go. Made many day twos over the series and just had a great time. Put people in really tough spots and got to watch them squirm. That is one of my favorite things to do. So got to play a lot of pots. A lot of pots, a lot of flops. And I was saying earlier that when we got into the hotel room, it had said that it had a home theater in there. I was like, what? And so our buddy Joe walks in. I'm like, what? These guys ripped us off. And he walks over, he pushes this button. The screen comes down over the window and the projector comes on. I'm like, wow, this is so sweet. So the second night of the main event, I was out of the 777 in the afternoon. So went and got some stuff to make tacos. We had a little kitchen in the room, and invited over Merv from Australia and Turbo, as well as Merv, Turbo, and Joe Marengo, and his girlfriend. So all of them came over and made them tacos and Spanish rice and just hung out. We had a bunch of ice cream and watched the World Series of Poker, listened to some people doing Twitter spaces during the World Series of Poker. Just had a good time. So it's been nice to, walk out of a tournament and see a bunch of different people from spaces and whatever, just to hang out, with good people. And, most of the people you meet out there are good people. I would tell you, like, if there's these people with like nonsense, like, even if you enjoy it, like, get away from it, dude. Seriously, because it's just gonna like not be fun eventually. Eventually the people are gonna turn on you or whatever it is. You'd rather be Switzerland, We have 2 minutes left in our break, and just hanging out. I hope you're having a great summer afternoon, evening. Really, it's evening here. So about 6 o'clock, just before 6 o'clock. So there is that. And so Frontier flying back yesterday, man, it really annoyed me. First, we have this big delay. Then we have a big delay on the runway waiting. And then we get up there, and these flights, like I said, to Southern California aren't very long. It's like get some drinks out, guys. Like we're thirsty. We've been waiting forever. And the freaking guy, he's sitting there giving a pitch for a credit card while all the other flight attendants are trying to get some drinks out. And I see him, I'm like, dude, can you get me a drink? Because, like, man, he's like, well, too late or something. It's like, why are you doing the credit card, trying to sell credit cards instead of trying to get the passengers drinks? I don't know. Anyway. Before the World Series, I took a little break. During one of these breaks, went upstairs to get a drink, came back. I see the chat going crazy because I had mucked aces. I was like, oh, crud. So that is what it is. Still holding strong across different platforms, about 100 people. Thanks, guys, for joining. If you have any questions, I cannot answer you on Twitter. But if you ask on Facebook or you ask on Twitch, I can do that. So make sure to enter any questions there. 57,121. That's good for 130th out of 272. And we average stack is 71,000. So we definitely got a little work to do, but not too bad. We're fine. First place in this is going to be $1,954.66. The total prize pool is $10,000. So I don't know if I need to keep this lobby open or not. But anyway, let me see here. So 74 to 07. There I am drinking. Okay, thanks, Sherry. Good seeing you. My daughter, she's going to be asking me, am I bringing the dog to her rehearsal? So I'm going to text her a picture here of us streaming, so that hopefully she understands what we're doing. So we are almost live here on a little bit of a delay, and we try to keep that pretty reasonable. I just got a sad face back. She is 18 years old, guys, so don't feel too bad for her. We were talking about Sherry. Her, as you see there, if you're on Twitch, her name is Peaches. Peaches 1717, and Sherry sells peaches. Now, she sent some peaches to one of the guys in our spaces, and he said they're the best he's ever had. Not even close. So I've been thinking about making a trip out there to visit Sherry, and I don't know, take my daughter and my wife and everybody. We can go get some peaches. We got somebody to shove in earlier. We had the nuts, and we got them to shove in and got to call off with the nets. That's always a good feeling. We cannot call. 4 high, we do not qualify, my friends. Unfortunately, we would love to qualify, but we cannot. Let's see where we're at here. Late reg is still open, 3 levels remaining. Close that thing. Let's go. Booyah. We are going to fold the button here, kick back, wait for these guys to be done knocking each other out. We'll collect some prize money and we'll just be on our way. All right, here we go. There we go. Yahtzee. That guy cheered before the river. But by the way, can't remember if it's second place or third place guy or maybe both. But I didn't hear many people using their one time. If you don't know what the one time is, I'm sorry. My brother was like, what the heck does this mean? It's just, if you're all in, you use your one time, you can't lose. Sort of. Oh, we got the Boski here. Oops, I didn't see him before I raised. Ugh. That was a torch. Let's see here. Before the river, but by the way, can't remember if it's second place or third place guy or maybe both. But I didn't hear many people using their one time. If you don't know what the one time is, I'm sorry. My brother was like, what the heck does this mean? It's just, if you're all in, you use your one time, you can't lose. Sort of. We'll take it. Oh, we got the Boski here. Oops, I didn't see him before I raised. Ugh. That was a torch. Let's see here. Before the river, but by the way, can't remember if it's second place or third place guy or maybe both. But I didn't hear many people using their one time. If you don't know what the one time is, I'm sorry. My brother was like, what the heck does this mean? It's just, if you're all in, you use your one time, you can't lose. Sort of. We're up to 62,000 and just under average, a little bit under average, but we'll get there. Yeah, if you're not going to use your one time 3 or 4 handed in the WSOP main event, I just don't know. I can't help you. Got our new glasses today, and we are, we're sporting them so that people can't, our opponents can't get a read on us online. So another good World Series of Poker. Oh. Jack 10 suited from the button. We're going to get a raise in here, hopefully. Let's go ahead and 3-bet this. Find out where we're at a little bit. I just said earlier, why do people do this? No queen. Oh, thank goodness. We're going to fold this. Garbage. Might go play at the bike this weekend. Might go to Vegas this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. Might just do nothing. And that would add 2 pair. Right around 100 people on the stream right now. Appreciate all of you guys joining us. We are back from Vegas. We're in the lab. And we're cruising in this Boski. We played with Boski a little bit ago. We're going to fold this. Easy fold. I'm not going to call here and get involved and then get sucked into a pot that I don't need to be in. Better to just fold it and walk away. See where we're at here. We did it, guys. 51,000. Oops. See, here's what sucks here. Big blind's really short. I can't call this 3-bet here into a raise where this guy's going to re-raise, I think. Or could. Makes sense. This makes sense, guys. Above average flop for 7-3. Hopefully he doesn't have 5-6. Bum, 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 bum. All right, let's see what we got. Jack 7. Can't do anything with that. Do, 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 do. All right, here we go. Oh no. Oh no. Wow. He's all in. This is. All right, let's see. Queen. That was the double up, guys. And we got the ace whatever to fold. And not quite a double up, but a good hand. Let's just see what happens here. Bet 5,000 pre, 7,900. We'll call in position. We've got a queen high flush draw here on the turn. 10,000 on the turn. Don't love it, but we'll call with the draw. We've got a blocker, but not much else. Don't show your cards, guys. I don't really care. So we are back from Vegas. We got the sunglasses on, new sunglasses, so that these guys can't get a read on us. And we'll see how this goes. 170 players left out of 289. And how could there still be 3 levels of re-entry left? I thought it was 3 levels a long time ago. It's been running 3 hours and 23 minutes. How long are these levels? 17, no. almost 120 people across different platforms. Thanks for joining us, guys. Really appreciate you tuning in. If you have any questions, jump on Twitch. It's Brian Pincus Poker under that. And you can ask me questions in the chat, whatever you want. But we are cruising along in this event here. And Sherry was joining us earlier. And Balky and ASG, everybody stopping in and saying hi today. Thank you guys. Really appreciate it. We're in the big blind here with 10 deuce suited. And we'll just see here. Let's see how it goes. I kind of feel like rejamming here if somebody bet raises. But we won't. Maybe. Maybe we won't. But we are not folding. We are suited, guys. We're suited. Did you hear that? How can we possibly fold? Hopefully we can get a pair here. No, we didn't get a pair, so we're going to fold. I don't like this. This guy doesn't shove in all of his chips. I don't understand, but whatever. Let's just call and see a flop here. Go all in so we can call you with your kings. Uh-oh. What did I say? You deserve it, you transparent. Transparent. You guys see that? I was in anyway. I'm going to raise 7,500 here. Just the stack size here. I don't want to make it just so easy for this guy to get in here. So raise a little more. It's got to call 4,000. He jams. Obviously, we're not folding for anything here. Hopefully, he's got like ace something. Ace jack is good for us. We both turn our bottom card, and hopefully we dodge a jack. We dodge it. Double. Well, not double, but win a good pot there. And eliminate a competitor. We are in the Boski, my friends. And we got our sunglasses on so that our opponents can't get a read on us. Got these brand new sunglasses. And that's just the way it is. They haven't gotten a read on us yet. What do you guys in the chat, if you get a chance? And I'm not on the chat on our platform, so if you don't see it or don't respond, you know, it's just whatever. I can't always see them on all the platforms, so hopefully I will. We are in position here. I don't know. I don't know. How many blinds do I got here? 30, yeah. We're in position on this guy. I'm going to... See, it made my decision for me. Can't decide to raise, can't decide to call, can't decide. So we just fold. Easy decision. Now, if I flop a straight flush here, we are going to be very mad at ourselves. But look at, I saved 10,000 in chips. We are going to fold. We're in 100th out of 248. We are, re-entry period is done. Finally updated. We have a break in 10 minutes. And 136 people make the money, and we have 243 left. So we don't want to do anything to screw that up here. We want to make the money today, guys. That's the goal. And once we make the money, then we want to win the whole freaking thing, $2,000. Jack 9 in the small blind here. We are going to fold. I mean, guys, these guys are giving away chips. Why are we going to, like, do something tricky? One thing that you got to remember, especially in a tournament with a bunch of people who aren't that great, if you try to do something too fancy, they may not get it. So you don't want to end up with all your chips in against somebody that does not get what you're trying to tell them. 100,000. Average is 113. We're in 101st out of 231 remaining. 136 make the money. And first prize, $1,996 up top. But we won't worry about that. We want to get into the money. We don't really care. Like, obviously you want to have a stack and you want to battle and stuff like that. But you also don't want to put yourself in a position where you can't cash, because every time you cash, you know, that's an opportunity. Can't win the tournament without cashing. Let's just remember that. And we've got a guy here to our left, two to our left here with lots of chips. And then the third one, you know, basically has the same amount of as us. So, you know, we can't even really lean on a short stack. We got to get through all these guys. So we'll raise here, certainly. But, like, we're not just going to, like, raise with nothing. And we don't generally do that anyway. There's no need. Sometimes, I guess, but more often than not, we have something. It's a good flop for our hand. We're going to half pot it here. I mean, I'm not going to fold to anything here, really. I don't like the turn, obviously. $34,000 in the pot. And, you know, I'm just going to jam here and see if he has it. If he has it, he has it. Could be drawing. You know. Even if he has anything there, like, I have outs, so we're all good with a jam there. And just take it down. Now we're up to average, just under average, 118,000 we have, and average is 121,560. 76th place overall with 218 remaining. 136 make the money. We're under the gun. We'd like that hand deeper, but we don't want to go through all these players to get there, so we'll just go ahead and fold it. And we're wearing our glasses today, sunglasses, just so that, you know, these guys can't get a good read on us. Just got back from Vegas yesterday. I'm all like weird. Vegas isn't far from me, half-hour flight. But it was kind of a pain in the ass because Biden was leaving Vegas when I was, and so they shut down the airport and took forever to reopen. And then once they reopened, there was a problem, I think, with our plane. We fixed that, got everybody on. Now the airport's super backed up, so we sat on the runway. So I was about, I don't know, 3 hours maybe late getting in. It was a mess. I was about 3 hours late getting in, got home, fell asleep early, woke up at like midnight, and what are you going to do then? So, anyway. So, yeah. I'm going to fold here. I don't like folding my blind, but stack size and blah, blah, blah. So we are back in the lab today. And, yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm going to fold this too. I would have liked to limp with that and seen a flop, but it didn't happen. And it certainly didn't happen now. We're not calling off 24K. Not in this spot, my friends. What do we have here? We had king 7. We would have flopped absolutely nothing. Okay, we will be back in a couple minutes. I'm going to send you guys over to the opening for my vlog, and we'll come back after the break. The 175,000 can come and go, but your bracelet you're going to have forever.
Several different World Series that come on. There's a mixed game World Series.
Right.
There's a high stakes World Series. There's a PLO World Series. There's a low limit. There's a mid stakes.
Right.
So and there's an online. You know, it's to give every little bit for everybody.
In the glow of the Las Vegas lights, a tale unfolds. A tale of tenacity, dreams, and the undying spirit of a game that's more than just a pastime. As the cards shuffle and chips clink, echoes of laughter and the clatter of nickel and dimes transport me back to the kitchen table of my youth. It was there, amidst family, friends, and the innocent stakes of childhood, that my poker journey began. Then, in 2003, a spark was ignited when an unknown account from Tennessee named Moneymaker claimed poker's most prestigious prize. And with it, the poker boom was born. The game I loved was now mainstream, its allure magnified by the captivating commentary of Lon and Norman, the voices of a generation's ambition. With every hand dealt, my dream grew to clinch a World Series of Poker bracelet. A dream not just for me, but for Pops. You see, Pops was there every step of the way, whether in person or online, he was there, tracking every play, every win, every loss. In 2017, Pops and I came tantalizingly close to both winning a bracelet in the tag team event. Although we came close, fate had other plans. Pops was called to a higher table just a few years ago, leaving me to walk the path alone. Yet, his memory fuels my resolve. For now, I play for something greater. It's a legacy, a quest for a symbol of triumph that eludes most, but beckons all who play the game. I am Software Brian, and this is my 2024 World Series of Poker journey. And listen, we even got some stuff in the fridge. Here, check it out. Look at that, look at that. We've got snacks, we got sodas, we got all kinds of stuff. We are ready to go. We're gonna take this thing down. We're gonna win a bracelet this summer. Tomorrow is the first chance, right? So why not just take care of it right away? And we'll get, one out of the way. Maybe we'll have 5 or 6 by the end of the series. All right, we just bought in and we're headed over to our table, and let's see how this one goes. The first event of the World Series of Poker 2024, $500 freeze out, and let's hope to take down the bracelet early this year. All right, so we're on the second break of the 500 freeze out, and things are just cruising along, you know, like had some interesting spots that level. Raised to 2,000, bet the flop of open-ended with 2 overs, bet 4,000. He raises all in for about 10. I call, he turns over, you know, 2 big cards with a flush draw, unfortunately. Really not what I wanted to see, but ended up hitting, pairing up on the turn, and he bricked the river, so that was kind of fortunate, but not a putt that would have killed me either way. And just floating along, having fun. This second table, definitely more competent than the first. I mean, I don't know. It's hard. It's early, right? Like, the first table definitely, they think I'm a complete donkey, and they might be right, you know? We're here with Team Lucky, Josh Arier. I'm on the team, by the way, 1%. I'm in.
Nice.
I'm on the team. I think that qualifies me, though, right? Like,
I mean, you're on the fantasy. You're a fantasy owner. You're a fantasy owner.
Okay,
as far as
I think the world of you guys.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
You guys are totally great people. Poker stake guys, like, that's the way to go. Like, he's definitely, you've definitely solved a big problem. Like,
yeah, it's really good to get more money in the ecosystem of poker, and also, you know, give people the opportunity to play tournaments that they wouldn't normally be able to play. You know, if we can get some guy and get him climbing the stakes, and you know, maybe a few years down the road, somebody will win a big tournament and say, you know, I would have never been able to play.
Wouldn't been able to play. But from the other side, right, you're buying in, and you're buying a piece of these people. Like a couple years ago, I had 2% of a guy who makes the final table in the main. Now I got 20K, and I'm wondering, is this guy going to send me my money?
Yeah.
And you guys have stood behind that, so I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
really appreciate it, man.
Cool.
Thanks for stopping by. Good luck.
Yeah.
All right. All right, guys, we're on dinner break in the 500 freeze out. And listen, dinner's gonna taste a little extra sweet tonight. We're nearing the top of the chip counts. Somewhere in the top 15 or 20 with almost 300,000 in chips. And things have been just rolling along, so stay tuned. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Dinner is always a little sweeter with one of my favorite people here, and she makes sure that we stay fed and hydrated and ready to go back there in battle. And it's a little sweeter, you know, with having the chip lead. Pretty close. We're pretty close. But listen, there's a lot of killers in there. A lot of killers. Really top names near the top. But only one of them can walk away with the bracelet. Let's go. All right, so that was a pretty good dinner, and we're headed back over. Enough time to make it, but yeah, super excited. Want to try to just kind of keep the momentum going, and you know, really just picking spots, you know? I mean, not getting carried away and getting into things that I don't need to be involved with. All right, we're somehow Snuck into the King's Hawaiian Lounge. I don't know, King's Resort Lounge. And I gotta say, it's pretty cushy in here. Pretty nice little sofa to kick back on. And we're on the break, the third break of the day. And just cruising along. Got about 100K. The last level, I mean, I 3-bet with ace queen. Guy jams in his short stack with 5-6 off. And he gets there. So there is that. But you know, you just chill out. It's not a bad beat. I mean, it's not that bad. It's like not a move I choose, but but to each their own. Later on, I was able to double through with pocket kings, and so everything's kind of just smooth and having fun. First World Series event of the year, and just really enjoying it. So happy to be here, and hopefully I will see you on the next break. All right, guys, last break of the day, and we're still cruising along. So 300 players left, and blinds are going to be 10 and 15,000. I have, what do I have? 335,000, I think I have. So, you know, not a ton, but not short by any means. And just gonna play good and find my spots. Hopefully continue to do what I've been doing, and we'll see how it goes. So so far just over $1,000 locked up, and 175,000 up top, and a gold bracelet. All right, guys, see you soon. All right, guys, we're on to day 2 of the kickoff. It's a freeze out. It's I don't know. Anyway, we are rolling. About 150 players left. We have 665,000. Average is 570,000. So almost 100,000 over average, and we're just cruising along. About $1,500 dollars locked up in prize money, with, hey, listen, 175,000 in cash. And my daughter just said, "Is this for a bracelet?" Yeah, it's for a bracelet, guys. So tomorrow we play down to a winner, and man, tomorrow's the day. Hopefully things run smooth and easy, and we just slide in there, first event of the summer, take down a bracelet, and who knows. So anyway, guys, tomorrow's gonna be a busy day. I just want to say, like, it was really cool, like, knowing, like, I'm sitting in there, and for those of you guys on the Twitter spaces, it was really cool because I knew somebody had fired up a space, and, you know, like, and when I was starting to bag, I'm like, I know they're in there, like, jonesing for the update. So I really appreciate you guys. Like, you can almost feel it at the table, you know, and jumping on there with you guys just now is really cool to, you know, just get your well wishes and stuff like that. Poker's so much, a lot of times, you know, a lonely game. Like, you're just in it and whatever. This isn't like woe is me, right? But like, it's, you know, it's a thing that it's not a team sport, you know, but like, I really feel like with the spaces and all of that, you know, I can feel you guys pulling for me, and you guys, like, listen, like, you guys that are in for 5%, like, or, well, 1.25% each, man, what a cool thing. Hopefully we can make it deep, and we can get you guys some real cash. Like, that would be sweet. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get some sleep. All right, guys, it's the morning of day 2 of the World Series of Poker. $500 kickoff. We're in the money with just about $1,500 locked up so far. But listen, there's $175,000 for first place, And what's more important than that? A gold bracelet. So let's go ahead and head over. We're gonna hopefully get it done today. Oh wait, you gotta ask Daniel if he can be on our blog.
I did not sign a waiver, did not sign a
We
release.
had a guy like that.
And I get $1,700 per minute.
Per minute.
Yep, but I'll give you a deal, $1,500.
1,500.
Per minute, so you get $1,500 upfront. Nope, money. Several different World Series. There's a
Right.
mixed game World Series.
Right.
There's a high stakes World Series. There's a PLO World
Yeah.
Series. There's a low limit. There's a mid stakes.
Right.
So it's and there's an online. You know, it's every little bit for everybody.
Right.
Something
Anyway,
for all.
good to see you, my friend. Seat open. Wow, guys, that was so close. We almost had it. All right, so 12th place out of 3,500 players. And man, we thought we were going to get it, you know. I would say this, though. I think I did a little bit different than I normally would do. And I think this really helped me, and maybe it'll help you too. You know, they always talk about, like, don't get ahead of yourself. And I really didn't. I really tried to stay where we were, you know, play each hand the best I possibly could. And in the end, not a lot of, like, hard decisions throughout the day or even throughout the whole tournament. I think there was one time where I folded ace queen pre-flop. That was a little bit, you know, that was a little bit of a difficult decision. But other than that, really not. Like, just really easy decisions. I mean, I think one time today, you know, under the gun plus a couple. So let's just call it middle position. Raises, gets a call from the button. I look down at aces with like 20 bigs, and I just jam it in. I get called by king queen, and that was really the big hand that got me up to 4.1 million, my high. And things look like, you know, maybe it could happen. But here's the thing, even then, I just reset, counted out my chips, made sure where I was at, you know, paid attention to how that adjusted the chip position at the table, and then moved on from there. So, you know, really, I can't say that I would have done anything different. My last hand, I had 3.1 million. Blinds were 200,000, 400,000, 400,000. So you're losing 1 million chips around, and I've got, you know, 3.1 million. So you really can't sit around at that point. Folds around to the cutoff. he jams in with a little more than me, and I call off with ace 10, and he turns over ace jacks, and I'm out in 12th place. But listen, over $10,000 cashed, and man, always if you don't win one of these, you're thinking about kind of a lost opportunity at the bracelet, right? How many times are you going to get down to 12 people with a shot for a bracelet? 175,000 wouldn't just be like, no big deal. But I don't know, the 175,000 can come and go, but your bracelet you're going to have forever. And a lot more poker to play. I mean, this is going to really help us, lock in the schedule a little bit more. I mean, we have a little bit more money to make sure that we can play. We're playing well, so hopefully, just keep cashing. I mean, if you keep cashing, keep putting yourself in position, eventually it's going to be your day, and that's the thing. Other fun thing, got to play with the end boss, Daniel Negreanu, truly an ambassador of the game. And, frankly, one of the guys that I, looked up to and why I got into poker. So, I just loved the idea. Like, this guy was just talking to people and, and then just kind of climbing in their head, and there's this whole psychological game. I don't know what my next event is. I'm going to have to look at that, and we'll put that out over the next couple days. But man, this was a great first step. Event number 3. If we can put together some more of these deep runs this year, really could be a career year for me. And how fun it is, like that you guys, my 5% club is in there with us. And man, I gotta say something about that too. Just having all the people on the Twitter Spaces out there, just rooting for you, and oh man, it was so much different. Like last night, I was sitting there thinking, like, as we got pretty super deep, under 200 players left, I'm sitting there laughing because I know that all you guys are on the Twitter Spaces, because I started getting DMs a lot. Where are you at? How many chips? And this kind of thing. And, I've been on those spaces when Bobby or somebody's running deep, and, you're all strategizing, and I just love it. I mean, it's like, just having all that support behind you is just amazing. So, all right, guys, this is going to be the epic of the epic blogs, whatever you call it. This one's going to be special. So, thanks for joining us on this one, and we'll see you on the next trip.
All right, guys, welcome back. Figured I'd let you guys see the end of that. We're just kind of like on the bubble. 114th out of 152 players left. 152 players left, 136 make the money. And listen, we're going to treat this just like any other tournament. I don't give a crap that it's a couple bucks. I want to cash. First goal is to cash, and then second goal is to win the tournament. So we'll go from there. Lost a little chips during that break. We started with 100,000 down to 77,000. Lost a pot, won a pot, blinded some off, and that's where we're at. So we are ready to get into the money here and just see how things are going from there. So hopefully we can make it happen and make the money, guys. That is the goal. So Thanks for joining us. If you're just joining us, looks like over 120 people across the different platforms here on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, and all the way around. If you're on Twitch, I think I see those chat messages. I do see probably all of them. I don't know, but responding, Brian Pincus Poker on Twitch is the best way, and we can go from there. So yeah, we start out the series up $10,186, and Team Pincus $500 to my Jackbox Games qualifiers after that little run up there on event number 1. So, well, event number 1 for us. I don't know what real number it was, but we just missed the final table there. It was a great start to the summer. Just like here, anytime you get in the money is a good thing. And I don't care. $11 tournament, $11,000 tournament, get me in the money, right? And anytime you're in the money with chips, you still have a chance to win. So, but let's get to the money first. 145 players left. 136 make the money. We're inching closer and closer here, and we're not going to blow it here. We're going to make it into the money. I mean, within reason, right? We're not going to fold something stupid. And once we're in the money, we can run this stack up and win the tournament. There is $1,996 up top in this thing. And we're going to see if we can take that down. $10,282 prize pool. And yeah. King Jack. So I'm not excited about raising this guy here. Where are we? We've got 142. We're just a few away. So, we're going to raise here and see if see where we go from here. Obviously, if this guy jams, we can't really call here, but yeah, see, and then this guy jams. So this grow bluffs, after we get into the money, we are going to smack him around. Going to take every chip that he has. He's done this to us once or twice. But remember what I said earlier. Don't assume that that's like a you thing, right? Like, it's easy to feel that way. But the vast majority of the time, it's just the situation more than you. Might be the cards. Might be that he's a terrible player. Might be he's a great, tight, super player, but he's getting big hands against us. Who knows? Unless you call, you don't know. And we're not going to call. Why? Why? We can make the money from here. So why would we? 138 players left. 136 make the money. And we are hand for hand, so we're going to be in the money here. And then we are going to smack grow bluffs around and take all of his chips. Those are chips on loan, I call them. We are in the money, my friends. I'm not really sure why, because there's 137 left, but it says 136 get paid. But whatever. They tell us we're in the money, so we're going to believe them. We've made a whole $4, my friends. So we are going to make it happen. But listen, we aren't here for $4. We are here for $1,996. And we've gotten it done before, so there's no reason we can't get it done here. We've played good. We've ridden along. We have chips. We have time. We don't have to jam here. We have, 56,000 blinds or 7,000. I mean, yeah, we don't want to sit around. But jamming into the gun with ace deuce off, I just think is a bad plan from here. You can differ your opinion, however you like. But we have cashed again. We have cashed and cashed and cashed and cashed this summer. So that's what I was saying today. Like win, of course, that's the goal. But if we can just if we can at least cash, we can continue our streak. I don't care if it's $4. $4 is $4. $4 is my account not going down. It's going up, keeping on going up. So, by the way, I don't like this pay scale. I like the World Series of Poker, what they're doing. 15% of the field gets paid, and minimum cash is double the buy-in. So that's really great because you're paying more of the field, and you're seeing how it goes. So a lot of times people would jam here because this guy grow bluffs, like I was saying. But there's no reason why we don't see a flop. Then we can play from there. We'll see. If we sense weakness here, we might jam in here and see if he has it. Let's just see. I mean, this is a good spot. There's 38,000 out there, 45,000. We can double up if he doesn't have it. If he has it, great. He looks like he has it, or he doesn't. Did he get there? Does he get there? No, he does not get there, and we double through. What did we tell you guys? Those are chips on loan. We loaned them to him till we got through the money. We pounced on him when we felt we were ahead. And we took it down, and he was nice enough to call off there with absolutely nothing. One thing, if you're this guy, okay, so coming up to the bubble, he saw, us raise and fold and all this stuff. I mean, eventually, maybe I'm gonna have it, So this is my least favorite time, right? Like if you limp, you're getting jammed on. If you raise, you're getting jammed on. 770. I'm going to make it this, and then we'll see what happens from there. I should probably just jam here, honestly. It's probably a big mistake. Because if he jams, am I really going to fold? I just don't think so. I might as well jam, take the play away from him. But the bad part is if he jams and then he over jams, right? So that's really what I'm kind of guarding against, but it gets me in trouble here, right? Because then this guy does this, and then what? Where am I now? It's just bad. I don't know what to do here. We're in the money. Do I feel like I'm ahead? Yeah, I feel like I'm ahead. Let's see where I am. I'm a flip, basically. Now I'm not. 8, 9, 10, jack. Nope, did not get there. So that's it. But we got in the money, and we're okay. Is that smart? What are they talking about? You're up $15. Do you honestly think? No. Close the table. Don't be giving me that nonsense. So that is it, guys. We min-cashed. I think the last hand is really kind of a mistake, to be honest with you guys. I think the last one is a mistake, to be honest, right? Because what am I doing there? I'm going to call off anyway. I might as well jam. It's king jack suited. I got what? I mean, I don't know. I'm over 10 bigs, but still, not by much. King jack suited, I shouldn't be, just raising on the button with 10 bigs. I probably should jam there. Definitely a little bit of a mistake. Still, if you notice, the results are the same. Maybe if I'm better at what I'm doing, I can fold there, right? But I got 20,000 in, 94,000 behind. The pot is 36 plus, call it 100. 140,000. I guess I'm just not quite getting the right price, maybe. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments or wherever. Tweet to me. I am Software Brian on Twitter. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to go take some time to finish up the vlogs and all that stuff. We're going to get those out for the World Series very soon. And I will see you guys next time. Listen, at least those guys didn't have a read on me, right? Because I got these, sunglasses on here. So my online poker is 100% the same. They cannot beat us here. So, wow, I got the wrong YouTube on my top bar there. I just caught. So, anyway, guys, I will see you next time. Have a great rest of the day, whatever you're going to do. Chill out and have fun and be good to each other. Bye-bye.